Hi students, today our topic is mechanics. Okay, what is mechanics? Mechanics is nothing but study of motion of a body. Okay, mechanics is nothing but a study of motion of a body. Here, mechanics mainly classified into three types. One is kinematics, second one is dynamics, and third one is statics. Okay, what is kinematics? So, kinematics is the study of motion of a body without considering the cause of motion. Okay, kinematics is the study of motion of a body without considering without considering without considering the cause of motion. Understood? Kinematics is the study of motion of a body without considering the cause of motion. So, see, for example, one body moves with a certain velocity. Okay, here we consider only this velocity and its motion. You didn't consider cause of this motion. Cause of this motion. This motion is possible due to some external force. You didn't consider that force like that one. Okay. You consider only this velocity and its motion. So that is nothing but kinematics. That is nothing but kinematics. What is dynamics? Dynamics is nothing but a study of motion by considering the cause of motion. By considering the cause of motion. Okay. Study of motion of a body by by considering the cause of motion. By considering the cause of motion. Understood? So, see, body moves with sudden acceleration. You consider this motion, okay, at the same time, cause of this one. Understood? Cause of this one is some external force acting on that one. You consider cause at the same time discussing about the motion. Understood? So, study of motion of a body by considering the cause of motion is nothing but dynamics. Understood? Okay. Next, static. Study of study of a body in equilibrium. Study of a body in equilibrium. Understood? What is equilibrium? Net force on the body is equal to zero. Simply that is equilibrium. Understood? Okay. See next kinematics. Okay. Kinematics further classified into two parts. One is motion in a straight line. Second one is motion in a plane. Now present our topic is motion in a straight line. Okay. Present our topic is motion in a straight line. What is motion in a straight line? Okay. When a particle is in motion, okay, when a particle is in motion, if the line joining the successive positions, if the line joining the successive positions is a straight line, then it is said to be in a straight line motion. Understood? When a particle is in motion, for example, particle or body is in motion, okay, so after certain time this one is the position, after certain time this one is the position. If in case if in case you join these positions, successive positions, okay, these successive positions, it is a straight line. So that motion is the motion is said to be in a straight line motion. Understood? Okay. See, next one is rest and motion. Okay. Rest and motion are relative. Okay, these two are relative. These two are relative. Okay, what is rest? What is motion? So rest is if a particle's position does not change either with respect to a fixed point or with respect to time. Okay, then it is said to be in a rest. For example, consider this board. Okay, consider this board. At 10 o'clock, placed here. At 11 o'clock, placed here. Okay, with respect to this room. Understood? So, with respect to time also, its position is fixed. That means this board is in a rest. Next, motion means if a particle's position continuously changing with respect to a fixed point and with respect to a time, then it is said to be in a motion. Then it is said to be in motion. Okay. So, for example, consider one vehicle. Okay. So, vehicle is in motion means its position continuously changes with respect to time. That is nothing but a motion. Understood? Okay. So next one, distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Before going to this topic, most of the physical quantities are classified into two types. Okay, most of the physical quantities are classified into two types. One is scalar, another one is vector. Okay, one is a scalar, another one is vector. What is scalar? Scalar means a physical quantity having only magnitude. There is no direction. Okay, a physical quantity having only magnitude and no direction. Simply that is called scalar. For example, mass. Okay, so mass in terms of only in kgs or in grams, okay, or in quintas, like that one. Okay, if in case you consider 1 kg rice, you mentioned only 1 kg or 2 kg or 3 kg. You didn't mention any direction. 1 kg in north direction, 1 kg in south direction, like that one. You didn't mention. Understood? Okay. So that type of physical quantities are nothing but here scalars. What is vector? Okay. What is vector? Vector means it having both magnitude and direction. Both magnitude and direction. At the same time, obeys the vectors laws of addition. Obeys the vectors laws of addition. Okay. Both. Some physical quantities are having both magnitude and direction and also obeys the vectors laws of addition. For example, you consider force. Okay. Consider force. Now, one body is placed here. North, south, east, west. Force applied on the body. In which direction? In east direction. You mentioned here magnitude at the same time direction. Understood? Such type of physical quantities are nothing but vectors. Understood? Okay. Now, present our topic is distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. The actual path length in between initial position and final position of the particle. Okay, the actual path length in between initial position and final positions of the particle. It is nothing but a distance. Okay, actual path length in between initial and final positions of the particle or body of the body. Understood? Actual path length in between initial and final positions of the body, simply it is also called as path length. What is displacement? What is displacement? The shortest distance between initial position and final position of the particle. Okay, the shortest distance between initial and final position of the particle or body. Understood? The shortest distance between initial and final positions of the body. See, for example, particle travels from A to B in semicircular path. In semicircular path. Understood? Its radius is R. Now, actual path length represents the distance. Shortest distance. This dotted line represents the shortest distance. It represents the displacement. It represents the displacement. Understood? Now, it is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. Okay. Now, it is a vector quantity. Understood? So, scalar quantity, you know already, scalar means it having only magnitude. There is no specific direction or there is no direction. Understood? Okay? That is nothing but a scalar. What is vector? Vector is nothing but it having both magnitude and a direction. See, it's a direction from initial position to final position. It's a direction from initial position to final positions. Understood? Okay? Now distance greater than or equal to displacement. Distance greater than or equal to displacement. Okay. Distance greater than or in some cases it is equal to displacement. Same, if the particle or body moves in one direction, okay, only in one direction along straight line, okay. See, from A to B, it travels 5 meters, okay. In this case, distance, displacement both are equal. In this case, distance is equal to 5 meter. Displacement is also 5 meter. Okay. See, particle first of all moves from A to B and returns back for our convenient. Okay. I draw here. Returns back. See, forward 5 meters, backward is 2 meters. Understood? See, in this case, distance. What is distance? Distance is nothing but actual path length. Actual path length means A to B, B to C. A to B, B to C. A to B plus B to C, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 meters. Here distance is 7 meters. Okay. What about displacement? Displacement, initial point and final point. The shortest distance between initial point and final point. That means this one. Okay, total 5. Removing this one 2. What's the remaining part? This dotted line represents the displacement. Simply that is 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 meters. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 meters. Understood? Okay. Distance always greater than or equal to displacement. Next example. First of all, particle travels from A to B and comes to back. Again initial point. Understood? Here in this case, distance. 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 meters. Actual path length. Okay, 5 plus 5, 10 meters. What about displacement? Displacement. See, initial point and final point both are coincide. Initial point and final point are coincide means there is no shortest distance. So, if initial point and final points are coincide, what about displacement? Zero. Displacement is zero. Understood? Okay. Next, particle. Initial position is at 2 meters. Final position is 5 meters. Okay. In this case, it is x-axis. This one is y-axis. Here, distance. Simply you are taking magnitude 5 minus 2. Simply 3 meters. Displacement. Displacement x2 minus x1 equal to 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 meters. Understood? Okay. Now, another example. X initial is equal to 3 meters. X final is equal to minus 3 meters. Initial position lies on positive x-axis. Final position lies on negative x-axis. Here, distance is equal to simply 6 meters. What about displacement? Displacement x2 minus x1 minus 3 minus 3 minus 6 meters. See, here negative sign indicates towards the negative x-axis. Towards the negative x-axis. Understood? Okay. So, this one. Next, from A to B, 3 meters. B to C, 4 meters. What about distance? Distance means actual path length. AB plus BC, 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 meters. What about displacement? Displacement. Shortest distance between initial point and final point. This hypotenuse means 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5. That is 5 meters. Distance is equal to 7 meters. Displacement is equal to 5 meters. Understood? Okay. Consider semicircle. A to B path. Okay. Now here, what about distance? Actual path length means circumference. Circumference is pi r. What about displacement? Displacement is equal to shortest distance between initial point and final point means diameter here. That is equal to 2r. That is equal to 2r. Okay. Next, if the particle moves on an arc from A to B. Okay, it travels on circumference of a circle. Okay, it covers some arc. It covers some arc. This arc makes an angle theta at the center. This arc makes an angle theta at the center, and also its radius is r. Okay. Now, This spot is x, this one is x, exactly in middle. This angle is theta point. Okay. Here A to B, this arc length represents the distance. Arc length represents the distance because of actual path length. Okay. Arc length is nothing but distance. Arc length is nothing but distance. You know, angle is equal to formula. Angle is equal to length of the arc by radius. Theta is equal to arc length is here. AB by radius is R. AB is equal to R into theta. It represents the distance. Okay, here distance is equal to what one? R theta. Distance is equal to R theta. Next, the required one is displacement. What is displacement? The shortest distance between initial point and final point. Initial point A, final point B, shortest distance means 2x. Here, displacement is equal to 2x. Okay, taking this one for our convenient. I draw here. It is theta by 2. This one is x. This is r. From this one, sin theta by 2 is equal to x by r. X is equal to r sin theta by 2. X is equal to r sin theta by 2. So 2 r sin theta by 2. Displacement is equal to here 2r sin theta by 2. Understood? Okay. Displacement is equal to 2r sin theta by 2. If theta is equal to pi by 2, that means 90 degrees. If theta equal to pi by 2 or 90 degrees, what about distance? Distance is equal to r theta r pi by 2. R pi by 2. Displacement is equal to 2r sin theta by 2 in the sense pi by 2 by 2. So 2r sin pi by 4. 2r sin pi by 4. 2r sin 45 degrees. Sin 45 degrees 1 by root 2. Okay, 2 is right as root 2 into root 2. 2. Root 2 cancel. Simply it is equal to root 2 r. Displacement is equal to here root 2 into r. Like that one. Okay.